Yeah, starting us off with Julius Randle himself. Now, again, we've kind of been critical of the New York Knicks. Julius Randle in particular, yeah, Hani in particular has been a lot more critical than me, but I have also been critical of the New York Knicks. So this is kind of us eating our words, especially I think when it comes to Julius Randle, because we have been critical of him in the past as well. Um, but Julius Randle this season, man, he's been amazing to say the least. You know, he's gotten those MVP chants in New York.
It's a little
It's
much.
funny, but at the same time, considering what New York fans have been through and how well Julius Randle has actually performed for them, it it makes sense why it happens, right? He's averaging 24 points a game, 10 and a half rebounds, 6 assists as well, right? That's a key stat. Shooting 46.2% from the field and key stat 41.6% from three, which is absolutely crazy for a guy that shot 27% from three last year. Right
big.
now, obviously, exactly. Now, will he be able to continue this into next year? We'll see. Hopefully, he does. He's a very good player. The main thing about Julius Randle is he's having an all-star season, leading the Knicks to a legitimate winning record, which is amazing for them, you know, especially all the stuff that they've been through in the last decade plus. For them to be officially entrenched in the Eastern Conference playoff race with a guy like Julius Randle having a breakout season as a bona fide all-star is amazing for them. And again, as I talked about, the main thing about Julius Randle this season is the fact that he has a 3-point shot this season. And that's just opened up the floor for him so much. He can now spot up. He can come off screens for shots, right? He can come off the elbow. He can come off the wing for those 3-point shots. He can get, corner shots for three off, like on the wing. That 3-point shot has just allowed him to take that next level in his development. And that's something we said previously about Julius Randle because he's always been a great low post and mid-range player. If he was able to acquire that 3-point shot, he would be so much better. And now we're seeing it this season. He's upped his averages to 24 points a game, shooting 41.6% from three. Just this opening up of his game not only has benefited himself, but has also allowed him to be a great facilitator for other guys in this New York system. And one of the guys that's been able to, really thrive off of Julius Randle's play is RJ Barrett, another guy we could have thrown in here for one of the most improved players. RJ Barrett's also been really, really good for the New York Knicks this season. But Julius Randle, again, averaging 6 assists as a big man is pretty great. And especially because we saw this potential earlier from him early in his career, where we saw him take the ball up the court, dish the ball to the corner. For him to be doing this on a full-time basis now while averaging a good amount of points is absolutely vital for the New York Knicks. And then to top that off, Tom Thibodeau has him working on the defensive end. He has a 106 defensive rating, which is 4 points better than the average rating of 110 in the NBA. He also has a 3.37 defensive plus minus, also one of the top rankings in the NBA. So he's just being great all around for the New York Knicks. And again, the biggest thing for him is that he's had a huge impact on the winning culture of the New York Knicks and the record. Something people like me and Hani once criticized him for, the fact that he wasn't able to, produce results in a winning manner. And now that he's been doing that, we can't say nothing bad about Julius Randle no more.
Yeah, I think so. I will split when I have to talk about the Knicks versus talking about Julius Randle, because I think there is kind of a divide that I need to clear up for especially you Knicks fans out there. But Julius Randle has been absolutely phenomenal this season. And the thing is, I was skeptical, earlier in the season, kind of halfway through. Like, I'm like, I don't know if he can keep this going. But man, when I saw this with my own eyes, when I saw him play the Raptors, when I see him on the 9-game winning streak that the Knicks were just on, that actually just ended today, man, he's fantastic, man. Like, he's everything you want out of a modern day big. Like, he can score in the low post, he can hit the mid range, he's already had the facilitating, he can bring the ball up the floor, and I think. And then the defense is still there, being able to guard multiple positions and being able to switch. But again, the 3-point shooting is what I noticed the most. And the thing is, he's confident with that shot now. It's not like a shot where he will take it when he's only open. He'll take it off the dribble. He'll take a catch and shoot. He'll take it contested. And that's just huge. I think like the image that I have stuck in my head is OG Anunoby was guarding Julius Randle when the Raptors were playing the Knicks. OG Anunoby is a very credible defender, one of the best defenders in this league. Julius Randle didn't care with OG in his face. Pulled up, splashed a three. At that moment, I was like, damn, this guy is on another level right now. He's playing fantastic ball right now. And I think, like you said, he's really contributing a lot to winning. And I think he's doing the things that are required out of a winning player. And I think, the biggest question with Julius Randle is, can he keep this up for more seasons? I think that's what I'm personally waiting for. But if he does, man, the biggest comparison I've seen to this is what we saw with Brandon Ingram last year, where you just see a guy who had the talent, who had the raw potential, but then finally got the opportunity and finally got the right situation to flourish. And you see the results. Kind of funny how the Lakers had both these guys and couldn't develop either of them. A little funny. But then we get to the element of the New York Knicks. And yes, Julius Randle has been fantastic, allowing the Knicks to get this winning season that they've had going on and benefited players like RJ Barrett as well. But again, am I willing to say the Knicks are back, or all these Knicks fans making MVP chants? No. Like, come on. Y'all were literally like garbage last year. You guys have 1 year being above average, and now you're like getting MVP chants and freaking running out of Madison Square Garden as if like you won a championship. Please. Your inevitable first round exit is coming, and the tears are going to follow, and I cannot wait for it. But for now, in this fake season, I'll give it to you.
Yo, you couldn't resist hating on the New York Knicks, bro.
Listen, it's not hating.
Listen, man, I was chilling with them, but yo, you do your thing.
Yo, it's not hating. It's facts. Listen, it's 1 year. It's 1 year. It's a shortened year too. It's 1 year. I gotta see this for another season or two for me to actually say the Knicks are a legitimate playoff team, because right now they're still the Knicks to me. And again, I gotta point it out, Tom Thibodeau took the Minnesota Timberwolves to the playoffs his first season when he was there. Then what happened? Garbage followed. So will it be the same thing? Who knows? But again, I was still critical of the Tom Thibodeau hire. I still have questions, but I wasn't questioning the fact that he was going to come in and be a presence for them, a stabilizing presence for them. That we knew for sure, because that's who Tom Thibodeau actually is. But back to Julius Randle, fantastic season he's having, man. He's been great this year.